today.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Every trading day, live at 10 a.m. Eastern. Call now, toll free at 877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Tommy O'Brien, coming to you live from TFNN. Tom's going to join us right after this first segment. Markets catching a bid right out of the gate at about 9:40. We have the S&Ps now up 16 points at 3288. NASDAQ up 117, 11,121. The Dow up 80 points, 26,600. Two big numbers on the economic side coming in at 8:30. We got the numbers for weekly jobless claims, 751,000. The market was looking for about 778. You take a look at the chart, kind of just stagnating towards this 750,000 plus number. U.S. GDP for the third quarter, 33.1%. The market was looking for 32, so strong numbers on both of those. We jump back to the charts. You see the S&P, 3250 was the low. We're 30 plus points above there. 3282. You back it up to where we were the sell-off yesterday. Quite the sell-off. S&Ps back above the lows. The NASDAQ 100, 11,281. Crude off about $2 at 35.44. Lots of action. We have earnings. We got Yum Brands, Comcast, Shopify already out today. We got Amazon, Apple, Facebook, Google after the bell. Let's jump over to our man Kevin Hinks. Right after this program, folks, Fast Market by TD Ameritrade Network. Kevin Hinks, Alex Coffey, the team, breaking down a number of different scenario trades, hypothetical trades, especially around earnings. Kevin Hinks, good morning.
Good morning, Tommy. You know, this day can only be described as nothing short of a monster, right? I mean, if you're a trader and you like action, this market has everything for you today. It's got economic data. Economic data? How about historic economic data? A 33% print in GDP, and then you've got what you can break down as the who's who of the new economy that we find ourselves in, and that is Apple, Amazon, and Facebook. And we're not covering Amazon during the show, but we're covering Facebook, Apple, and Starbucks, another name.
Okay.
That's a monster in the digital world. So it's too much to talk about, Tommy. I can't do it. I can't fit everything in that I need to say in one hour show.
We got faith in you, man. It's going to be an action-packed hour, I'm sure.
I talk very quickly, though, as you know.
But you got to, man, in this market, from negative to positive. The markets were interesting, higher overnight. They give it up, of course. We got some strong numbers at 8:30. We have the earnings front and the VIX now flirting right at, it was around 40 again this morning, Kevin, 37.82, 38.03. We're 5 days out from a presidential election. Quite a VIX number that a lot of people talked about, but it's really crept up here as this market has thrown a little wrench in things coming into the political season, especially just the volatility around, next Tuesday.
Yeah, the VIX is going to stay elevated. So it may come down off the 40 level, but I wouldn't expect it to get much lower than 35 because think about it. You had events built into this market around coronavirus and stimulus. You've also got an event built into this market around the election. So all of those add up to uncertainty, and uncertainty adds up to heightened implied volatility, and that's what you're seeing. Interesting, though, trade in you guys cover gold a lot here. That 2-day trade in gold has been nothing short of spectacular. It's interesting when you look at the risk-off assets. VIX was higher yesterday, but bonds were very muted, and gold was actually soft. So it's been a really interesting. Yesterday was a fascinating trade day because the sell-off yesterday was broad. It was across the board. It was 95% of stocks were down. Very few. You had to really look hard to find stocks that were down. But the risk-off assets were giving kind of a different message to some of these, other than, of course, VIX. So
That 10-year, I agree. You know, with all the market action we had yesterday and overnight, not as harsh a reaction as you could have had in that market. And gold pulling back, crude. How about crude pulling back another $2 to $35.53? It was under $35 briefly this morning for that crude market. Whether it's the economic slowdown, maybe come from Europe, just that demand in that market in oil. Well, Kevin, we look forward to the program, man. It's the most wonderful time of the year. And I was joking with Tom the other day. I said, if this is the most wonderful time of the year, is Thursday the most wonderful day of the year, man? When you get all those big companies, you get GDP, you get weekly jobless claims. And, man, you're 5 days out from a presidential election to add into the volatility scenario. Kevin, we look forward to the program, man. Have a great day and have a great weekend as well. And geez, we're going to talk to you next on Election Day, right? Tuesday.
Yes, exactly. Thank you so much for having me on, Tommy.
Thanks, Kevin. Have a great day, man. Folks, tune in after this program if you haven't. Fast Market by TD Ameritrade. Today, if you haven't caught the program, today might be the best day to catch it with all the earnings going on, how the VIX being at 40 ties into things, the possible volatility trades, what way you trade that considering your bias. Pretty remarkable. We talk to Kevin Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursday mornings. Next time we're going to talk to him is on Election Day, which is how close that is to us. All right, jumping back to the S&Ps here. We got 3278 in the S&Ps. Quite a little pop. You could say saving itself. 3250. Things, I peeked my head up at around just shy of 6 a.m. this morning. I said, 3292. Not bad. The market's holding well. I'm sitting at the desk. I'm doing some work. And I peeked my head up and I said, my goodness, they just gave back all the gains. S&P is negative. But saving itself with some decent numbers at 8:30 on the economic front. Jumping around to some of the companies with action this morning in terms of already out with their numbers. Pinterest, how about that? Up 37% to $67.17 right now. You closed yesterday at under $50. Pinterest numbers pulling it up, strong numbers across the board. So they earned 13 cents. The market was looking for 3. Revenue is quite a beat when you look at percentage-wise. 443 versus 383. You're talking about a 60 million beat, which is about 15%, even 16% of beat on the revenue side. Monthly active users was higher. Revenue per user was higher across the board. International monthly active users, 343 million, up 46% year over year. I think the market really liking the international growth. Pinterest trading higher. Shopify out with their numbers, trading lower, down 2.2%. Shopify numbers out. What else we got? We got a couple others out there. Yum Brands, they're out with their numbers as well, and Comcast will jump over. Quarterly revenue rises 8%, fueled by higher Taco Bell demand. Yum Brands, not quite what the market was looking for, though, down about 1.6. And as I mentioned, Comcast, CMCSA, up 1.2%, was higher. Comcast, strong numbers, though, in terms of what they're adding, especially for high-speed internet. So they earned 65 cents. Market was looking for 52. Revenue beat $25.5 billion versus $24.7. High-speed internet customers, 100,000 extra, 633,000 net adds. Market was looking for 534. I mean, you think about it, that's 99,000 additional subscribers over 90 days, right? So that's more than 1,000 additional high-speed internet subscribers they added every single day for those 90 days. Peacock has 22 million signups. You can do free and paid for that service, but the market liking it a bit. 1.43% in the positive, and for some context there, still not quite back up to where we were pre-COVID for Comcast. Stay tuned, folks. We'll come back right after the break. We got a lot of earnings. We're going to talk about a little natural gas because we get inventories at 10:30.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Points. We're about 31 points off the lows we made at 9:40 a.m. this morning, just after the opening bell. Jumping around to other stories out there. So we covered Yum Brands, Comcast, Pinterest in terms of the weekly jobless claims and the numbers we've had. So taking a look at this, there it is in terms of where we are, 751,000. That could be a decreasing trend, but relatively low decrease. 751,000 kind of stuck at. U.S. GDP, 33.1%, historic number. You look back to these numbers in terms of here's the decrease we had in the second quarter, 31.4%, the increase 33.1%. Nothing like these numbers in modern times. You really got to go back to, I believe you're talking about World War II when we got those types of numbers, 1948 potentially. Pretty interesting graph they got here on CNBC. Fed funds rate, June 1981. How about 19.1%? On your money? Not bad. Some of these GDP numbers, though, when you get back, World War II, roaring 20s, Federal Reserve established, 1890s recessions, but strong numbers in the 20s. World War II, war, always driving that GDP in a big way. All right, what else we got going on in terms of equities out there? Taking a look at the variety of them. Amazon coming out with their earnings, of course, tonight. 3,200 they're trading at, 31.99.92 in terms of the move that they'll be looking for, Amazon. And I think we got Tom here. Is he you all set up?
On.
What's happening, man? Good morning.
God, I got caught in a lot of traffic. Yeah, this market, man, how you like this bounce, man, right?
I say it kind of saved itself a little bit. Things a little dicey. I was up early this morning. I said, oh, okay, it's bouncing. That makes sense. Yesterday was a rough day. Right, we're going to bounce a little bit. And then I said, oh, markets are negative coming into the open. This is a different scenario. And yeah, and it saved itself a little. I mean, it's a 30-point bounce in the S&Ps in no time, man. So we'll see if that holds some weight today. And how the market reacts coming into the earnings event, man. Who wants to be positioned for what coming into the night tonight?
Listen, it's so tough. There's no
Yeah,
doubt,
it
man.
is. I agree. Because what ends up happening, the way I think about it, right, is there's always a lot of variables in any trade,
Yes.
right? There's a lot more than usual right now, as in if you go bullish something, number one, the expectation for some of these companies is just out of whack. Microsoft, not out of whack, actually. It's probably perfectly exactly where it should be, as in the valuations they're at. They better beat across the board almost, right?
Yes.
Microsoft yesterday went from 216 basically was where they were trading Tuesday night after they announced, when they just got a $3 pop, nothing crazy, okay? And you closed out yesterday at 202. You lost $14 in Microsoft, which is like a 6 or 7% drop in one day on relatively strong numbers, man. So, you know, as in you're just dealing with so much market volatility that pulled it back, even if you were bullish being Microsoft going into earnings, right? Well, did you compensate for the fact the S&P might sell off 100 points the next day that they announce, which is not really related, you know?
Listen, there's no doubt. What I've found, and this is what is a mind blow about the NDX 100 and the NASDAQ composite, they look like they'll never go down, like when you go up so far, right? Man, and when they get hit, and just like you said, you're talking about companies that make billions of dollars, but when they get hit, man, they take them apart, man. I mean, it's just like, you're going to be kidding me. Like, how does that work? But it's consistent. It's really
It was a 6.5% drop in a company like Microsoft that just had strong numbers, man, and their only sin was that their guidance was a little bit weak in the next fiscal quarter.
Yes.
And you trade down 6.5%, but the market was down 3%. So even, you know, it's just there's so many. I thought about making a trade in that one and did not, and it's part of the woes is that I probably would have been bullish Microsoft because even it's pulled back. I mean, already from 232, right? So you already were $17 off the highs, and now you're approaching you're $27 off the highs. You're 11 or 12% off the highs, and you're now in an area, at least in Microsoft, that you have a 4-month consolidation under your belt if you get in here, you know?
Listen, I'm looking at Apple. So my battle with Apple is that headwise, I'm saying, okay, not technically headwise, I'm saying, hey, man, you know, Apple's going to come out with amazing numbers. They're going to come out and saying future orders are going to be good. But technically, I'm looking for Apple to go down. And the reason being is that you had that high volume. Well, you didn't have a high volume high. It hit the highs at 137. You only had 200 million. Then you came off that high with monster volume, with 257, 322. So, like, to me, Apple's game, you know, to get down to lower price. So it's a trip, man. It's like, okay, you know, we'll find out where it's going to go. But that's a battle. It's a big battle. And I think that has to do with the valuations that are out here. I mean, you know, the reality is that, okay, what are you paying for, you know, $1 worth of earnings? And how about the oil market, Tom, right?
Yeah, it just keeps going.
This is pretty intense, man. I mean, oil hit $34.92 today, folks. And, you know, you're talking about a total breakdown. I mean, we came into, and if you want to see, like, when you come into swings points, what you want to be looking at probability-wise, you can see, look at that volume yesterday coming into that swing. Well, the swing point, you know, was 36.93. Well, we hit 36.97. Look at the explosion of volume, 490,000 contracts. Just ripped it apart. So it's telling me, man, you know, oil's going down to $30, man. We're, you know, 34.92 today. You're at 35.57. And then Exxon, we got to talk about Exxon in the context of they're going to pay this dividend, which is a mind blower. And be really careful with Exxon, folks, because the bottom line is that, yeah, it's 11% dividend right now, 10.88, but guess what? You know, I just don't see it staying.
That's not how the world works right now, right?
It's not. It's just not.
Just buy some Exxon stock, man, and you get 12%.
Yeah, you get 12%, and yeah, you'll get it this time. Bottom line is that what's going to happen next time? Do you know what I'm saying? That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, your dividend accounts for 12% when your stock's at 32, but what happens when it trades down to 22 and you lose 33% of your equity? You know, we all know how it goes. I'm just kidding. You know,
there's no doubt. Hey, I'm bringing it up right now. Come on, baby, bring this baby up, because that is the crucial thing. Understanding that, yeah, I mean, I believe Exxon in the last even 20 days has lost over that. Yeah, okay. So let's see, 3 days. Let me bring this back. 10 days. Watch this. I mean,
it's been a one-way down.
It's a one-way trip,
since,
man. Yeah.
I can't believe it made it in early June back to $55, needed
Right.
32.
There you go. It's a one-way trip, man. And I don't see that changing either. Oil. Guess what, folks? This is one of these dynamic changes, flat out. Solar's getting a lot cheaper. You get natural gas out there. You get electricity out there. And then you
have a slowdown for the ages in terms of work travel, let alone family travel, changed forever, corporate-wise, forever, permanently.
Pretty wild, man.
We get natural gas inventories when we come back, too. We'll
cool,
see what
man.
that market.
That's been on a little tear.
It
Dow
has, man.
Industrials right now up 41, Nasdaq's up 120, S&Ps are up 21. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow up 110, Nasdaq up 136, S&P's up 29. Natural gas, Tom, 29 BCF.
If you could throw your screen up, I just can't see it as
sorry,
well.
Man.
That's all right. Yeah. And it's spiking. That's we just went from 219. 219. No, we're in the threes in natural gas right now. But I got the chart up. It's spiking right now from about 318. We're up 5 pennies to 323. So there you go. Yeah, it was a miss. The market was looking for 39 million. I think BCFs I saw 38, and they came in at 29. So less supply. Market was thinking 38. Less supply, 29. The market, as if natural gas needs more of a bid, right? This chart recently, man, from $1.44 on June 25th, more than doubling in price. And even from the run on September 23rd, we were at $1.80.
Look at that, man. Oof. That is so $1.80, 280 is $10,000. That's $13,000 move, man. $1, folks, is $10,000 in the gas market. Isn't that wild, man?
It is.
That's like about as intense as you can get. I'm surprised they haven't put up the margin requirements yet. The margin requirements are still only 3,400, 3,465.
When did Warren Buffett do that deal? Because I was just looking it up. I think it's around July 16th, man. That's what I keep getting on dates. And
he got close to the lows. Yes, he did.
He really did.
He did.
And people were talking about it, and that's what July 16th, man. I literally got natural gas at $1.70.
Yeah. No, he did. Yeah. Isn't that wild? Yeah. That's a beauty. I mean, that's a beauty when you get into something and you're ahead right away. That's about as good as you can get, man. Do you know what I'm saying? There's no doubt.
They bought Dominion Energy. That's what it was. Their natural gas assets for like $9.7 billion, 7,700 miles of pipeline. It's always nice to have Warren Buffett on your side, man. But just quite a low there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt. So after the close out here today, we got action out here today anyway. But after the close, it's going to be pretty amazing how this NQs are going to work, man.
Yeah. Talk about rocket fuel. Can you pull up the? I know the Bloomberg actually says like to the minute sometimes what time these companies are coming out with.
Yeah, I think Apple's the only one that comes out afterwards most of the time. I don't have Apple there. It just says
sometimes they just generalize it. Yeah.
I think they come out at like 4:20, but Amazon is immediate. That's his aftermarket. But I know Amazon's immediate because Amazon moves market. Facebook too, right?
Facebook, yep.
That's immediate too.
And Google, I believe, as well.
And, Google is the ultimate, meaning the split second. I'm figuring Google has the best clock out there. That's what I'm thinking. Do you know what I'm saying? Seriously. Google, 1029. Man, this is going to be some action out here, man. Yeah.
It's just pretty awesome when you think about everything in terms of, so normally they have huge numbers. You'd be buying or selling on the strength of their earnings normally tonight, right?
Yes.
Then you have to add, well, hold on. Should we be buying and selling on the strength or the weakness of that GDP number we just got?
That's right.
And then you have to say, wait a second, it's the Thursday before the presidential election.
Right. And then wait a second, Europe's closing down. What about real numbers? Okay, that's in the overall picture, it's like, okay, what companies are going to make money? What companies are going to go out of money? What companies are running out of money? Because we're in this ball, folks. Okay, that is real because it's happening. But that being said, there's plenty of companies that are teetering on the edge. You can see it inside the bond market. Bonds, bottom line. Some of these bonds are 1 cent to 2 cents on the dollar. That's saying that, hey, guess what? A lot of these bondholders are going to get zero back, and these companies are already basically living zombies. And these are companies that we know, but right now they're living zombies. So the close-in just hasn't come yet. And, I suspect not everyone, but the holders on the other side, they're worrying. They don't want to close in either. They're hoping that there's another stimulus at some point, gives them more cash, gets them a chance to basically, stay alive. So
sure.
Let's go to our man Jose and Brandon. Jose, what's going on, brother?
Good morning, comrades. Tom, Ma is not happy about gold right now. I got hit in the head with a spatula in the kitchen last night. I got a lump on my head.
You're lucky it was only a spatula, man. You're lucky.
In Italian. I don't even know what "stata zitta cabedels" means.
Yeah, you're lucky she didn't take one of those real nice frying pans that you do the carbonara and really give it to you, man.
Yeah, I can't even wear a hat right now. I got a lump on my head.
So let's take a look at an Eco Eagle, AEM.
Is it up today?
Yeah, you're up $2.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
No, and it looks like it's going to save itself. We'll see. I mean, it's going to need a little more juice. And it went, yesterday what we did is that you went down with 1.4 million, but you're coming into that 2.4. This is a crucial area for most of them. I mean, that was back to the breakout area of July 31st. Let me see when this is. What is going to happen, Jose, is that we're going to know, I think Newmont's coming out this afternoon, or if not tomorrow. This afternoon.
Yeah.
So the market's going to be watching. Oh, no, hold it. Newmont just come out. Oh, this is cool. 1 second.
You said yesterday it was coming out today.
Yeah, it just come out. Okay, this is good,
I had
man.
to eat a bologna sandwich last night. It wasn't pleasant.
I know. I haven't had bologna for so long, man. That was always my favorite sandwich, man. Bologna and cheese. Forget it, man. Okay, so this is really good, man. And Newmont just come out with numbers. The estimate was 36 cents. They made 86 cents. This is a good for gold in general, man.
Okay.
Sales were up 17% year over year. Production, yeah, this is a good number, man. So,
okay. Hey, since you guys are sitting around speculating on the election, say Biden does win.
Yeah.
His entire platform was the coronavirus. He's going to make mask wearing mandatory immediately, and he won't hesitate to shut down the economy. So my question to you is, you're looking for July lows to be hit? What about March lows and worse when he institutes a shutdown? Because if your entire platform is coronavirus, there isn't even a snowflake coming out of the sky yet. No cold weather, and you got numbers spiking.
Yeah, well, what you just said, that's speculation. I don't see him shutting down the economy. I mean, that's like saying that, I don't see that happening, man.
Okay.
Yeah. Cooking, brother.
Good deal.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. So after the close out here, now these numbers look big, folks, okay? But, my take is that this is just a bounce. If we look at the NQs, this is like a classic, man. So watch this. They can actually get a little bit higher. Like ICE on the NQs, 11,390. We hit 11,007 right now so far today. This can actually get up there, but you can see, watch this. This is pretty cool, man. I actually love this. This is sick. So we got over the spike of yesterday. The spike of yesterday at 3:30 was 11,274. You did it with lighter volume. Oh, that might be it, man. That might be it. Meaning, when I say that might be it, folks, is that the QQQs are in a confirmed ABC structure down to 262.95. We hit 272 yesterday. We're 275 right now. So the larger picture is, guess what? They want lower price. Dow Industrials right now up 131. NASDAQ up 124. S&P's up 29. Stay right there. Tommy and I come right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow up 154. You get the Nasdaq up 128. S&Ps are up 30. And I was listening to your program, Tom. Pinterest, right? That's quite a number, man.
It sure is, man. Approaching 40% at one point as this market's spiking. 33% now.
Look at that stock. Wow.
Yeah. And you know, you put it on a longer term, right? It's just quite a rocket ship from 10 to almost 70 this morning. $65. And they had strong numbers, man. They had, to recap, you know, kind of what it was, beats across the board. Earnings 13 versus 3 cents. Revenue percentage-wise was almost 15%. 443 versus 383. Monthly active users, a beat. Average revenue per user, a beat. International monthly active users up 46% year over year. And interesting here, right? When you have something like the release of iOS 14. So iOS 14, you could use your own backgrounds or customizing background filters.
Okay.
That alone sent 4 million people to Pinterest just looking for inspiration for customized background filters.
Really?
Yeah, I know, right? So we don't quite understand the demand or economics of a company like that when something so simple where people just need a picture or some type of inspiration for what you're going to do, how you're going to design it maybe or something.
Right.
Millions of people flock to that site.
Wow. That is a number, man. Pretty wild.
And one of the things, they saw an increase in spend from advertisers that were kind of coming out of these Facebook and so forth. So they actually... they expect revenue to grow about 60% year over year in the coming fourth quarter. So just gangbusters, man.
And see, I can see Pinterest selling a lot of advertising. The reason being, folks, if you've been on Pinterest, depending what you're looking for, it makes sense. Like, I'm on it for housing, for floors, for cabinets and all this stuff, right? So then right away, whatever you're looking at, you're getting, you know, saying, okay, how did this person do this? How did the person? And then they get everything coming at you right after that. You know what I mean? Saying, hey, this is how they this is how they do it, but you get ads flashing right at you. Which
right. It's, you can. I know. I think they have specific items.
Yes.
Contained in there, right? Links to actually even purchase them, stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
What they don't have, which probably helps them, is a comment section where people can argue over politics and life.
Exactly. No.
Seriously.
That's a fact, man. That's a fact. Overseas, so let's go take a look at overseas, in Europe right now. So Europe, you have the DAX is up 0.6%, CAT's up 0.3%, FTSE's up 0.2. Bottom line, to me, this is just a dead cat bounce. This is setting up for quite a few weeks here, folks. I think it's going to be more than even quite a few days.
I said to Kevin Hinks, man, it's remarkable. I said, Kevin, next time we're going to talk to you, man, is on Election Day. That's how close we are.
I love it. And you're so funny. I'm on TD Ameritrade Network Election Day also in the morning. No, in the afternoon. I am. Yeah, I know. That's going to be a wild one.
I wonder if you'll have anything to talk about.
Yeah, seriously. It's going to be and folks, okay, if you haven't test driven the Tiger's Den yet, right? You get a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go do it. Because we're going to be up all night, election night. 4 years ago, it was the same thing. We had some fun on the Den, man. So that'll be rocking and rolling for a while. I don't think it'll be all night, but we'll be up for a while. No doubt about that, man. So
I imagine I'll have one eye on that market in some capacity as things are
we all will. Either that or just lay back and have a few beers and turn the thing on the next day.
Enjoy the ride.
Enjoying the ride, exactly. Yeah. You can't be half in or half out. You're either going to be all the way in, folks, or all the way out. Because if you're halfway, you won't have enough focus. And these will be, I suspect, they'll be fast markets. When I was looking at, Tom, what I was really, if we had got follow through on the way down, even if we get follow through tomorrow on the way down, it would be like, okay, we can come out of the lows. If we get follow through on the way up, my take is that then we're going right back down. So it's going to be interesting here. And what happens, folks, after a day like yesterday, this is much harder. It wouldn't be positioning. Yeah, it would be positioning yourself as to you want to be long or short as a swing trader, because the reality is that it should bounce like this. In fact, if you look at the Qs, like when I said a little bit earlier, I think the Qs should bounce a little bit more. And where I'm going is I'm going right to 276.75. And we hit 275.85. Now, it would seem like yesterday that'd be insane that you could go there, but guess what? That's your drop down, that's ice, and that's a normal occasion that you can run to ice. And then, that being said, though, the other side of this consolidation, you got a monster sell on the close yesterday. So, and you got an ABC structure on the way down. So, you put those together and say, okay, man, where you picking your spot to start, whether going long or going short.
Yeah.
FCX. So let's go take a look at Freeport-McMoRan. Yeah, it's getting a bid again. This only pulled back a little yesterday. You had a high 4 days ago, 1868. You pulled back. You had some volume in the pullback, but, you bottom line, you were coming into volume also. You're coming into 29 million. You did 26. Okay. And this is going to be about copper, folks, okay? We take a look at that copper market. This has been on a nice tear. Copper right now running out $307 a pound. Copper can go a lot higher.
Hey, how about let's jump to Bitcoin real briefly. We made it today within $45 of the highs we had back in June of last year. So pretty interesting, as that had quite a strong acceleration. I'm just pulling at 15 minutes. So 13,870 it made it to. 13,915 is the high all the way back there. And catching even a little bit of a bid this morning, up almost $500 from where it was at 8:30, man. This market, talk about some volatility over there as well.
Look at that, man. That's pretty amazing. That's Bitcoin. Brave new world. Man, Jeff from New York is telling us this is the anniversary of the 1929 crash. Glad I wasn't around for that one.
Hey, how about, I got a chart up here. Where am I on CNBC? Did you see this chart that I had up here earlier? Maybe not CNBC. So economic booms and busts. So, of course, these GDP numbers, 33.1% for the third quarter, the decline of 31.4% for the second quarter. You see the GDP numbers in terms of going all the way back to the 80s. We're basically at, 5%, 6%, 7% with some ebbs and flows.
Okay.
But, man, the volatility going back to pre-1950. Now, remarkable what they got on here. Fed funds rate, June 1981, 19.1%. That's the Fed funds rate.
I know.
That's not like the interest rate that's reverberating through the economy. That is the Fed funds rate of more than 19%. I was born in 1980, so it's remarkable, as we talked about it. My savings bonds for my family.
I know.
Man, I was just crushing it.
That was
right
real
out
money.
of the womb. Right? I'm serious. Not so much in terms of you almost got to put up face value these days for a savings bond.
You do.
Right?
Whole different ball game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But some of the spikes from our World War II, right? Look at these GDP numbers. It makes sense. Great Depression, war, always a big-time GDP generator.
Yeah.
Just big numbers. Pretty cool when you look at that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dow Industrials up 152, NASDAQ up 117, S&P's up 30. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
Back in the day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as...
Whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and to help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that'll take you step-by-step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. The printing presses are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The U.S. deficit has risen 200% in 1 year with no end in sight. The markets are looking for an additional stimulus bill to get us through this once-in-a-generation pandemic. There is no free lunch, folks. The more stimulus dollars put into the marketplace, the less your dollar is worth each and every day. This is the time to protect yourself with a portion of your portfolio in the metal market. The Gold Report comes out each Monday morning. I bisect and dissect the dollar, silver, gold, the XAU, and the HUI. The Gold Report is a long-term hedge against the dilution of your buying power. The U.S. has put more than $6 trillion into the marketplace in the last 6 months, with more expected in the next few months. The market did and does need the stimulus, but it will have long-term implications on our buying power. The Gold Report comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to TFNN.com and order the Gold Report now. Protect your buying power. Order the Gold Report now.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow up 126, NASDAQ up 118, S&P's up 28. And bottom line is we'll be getting ready, Tom, for those numbers after the close, man.
That's all the market's waiting for at this point, man. It'd be pretty interesting if the market accelerates higher into those numbers, then even more expectation, right? We've seen kind of trend, decent numbers, at least for some of these big FANG stocks in particular, were decent numbers, and the market kind of just saying, what have you done for me lately? They better come to that table with some decent numbers, man. If we come into the close up, 1.5%, 2% on those numbers as well.
Yeah.
It almost provides more room for a sell-off.
It does. It does, man.
Yeah. Of course.
Amazon's looking for $92 billion, $92.7, $7.55 to the bottom line. Look at these growth numbers on Amazon, man. It's like amazing.
Seriously. How about that holiday season that they have coming up, man? $112 billion. They're going to do well over $1 billion a day in revenue for 90 straight days.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let me pull. Sorry, look at that. Holy cow. Yeah.
And they're going to take a lot to the bottom line, man. $10 a share.
$10 a share.
I mean, $10 a share, you're trading at $3,200 a share, so all things in context. But the growth on that company, man, is just through the roof, and they're not going away anytime soon.
No, they're not. And so with Amazon, you're paying, let's see, oh my God, you're paying estimated 12 months that's trailing. So you're paying $99 for a buck, right?
Yeah.
Forward.
Yep.
Yeah. That's pretty intense.
Can you go back to their revenue on some of the growth numbers on what they're dealing with?
Yeah, it's huge.
We'll leave. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Double digits across the board, man.
Right.
3-year growth.
2 years, you make it up. So it's like you're paying nothing. Wait 2 years and you're paying nothing, right? For $1 for $1,
That's what the market is saying at that prices, man. Can't wait for that after the close.
Totally. Stay right there, folks. Think of something coming up next. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.